Okay, so this week we had some really interesting VR gaming news developments. Starting right off, we have Deadpool VR, probably the most anticipated VR game of this year, at least for me. This is officially releasing November 18th for Quest 3 for $50, and the more I see about this game, the more fun it looks to me. The combat looks better, the graphics are growing on me, the voice acting is too. It looks like a ton of fun. This looks like a VR slam dunk, and it seems to me like other people are saying the same thing. Especially people who have played it, they're the ones that are saying this is really a good game. We also have Star Trek Infection VR, which was announced at Gamescom. It is a narrative survival type of horror game for Quest 3 and PC VR. I'm a little torn on this one. I mean, the graphics to me don't look that great, but you know, it's got some cool artwork, I guess, and some designs that could be cool. I don't know. I don't really know anything about this. I don't want to speak too much on it. In some saddening news, there's this tool, right? It's called Quest Games Optimizer. It's a $10 sideloadable app. It's super popular. I love it. Basically, what it does is it allows you to override the visual settings of VR games so you could really enhance the resolution and get the maximum out of your device, especially with Quest 3S and Quest 3, where a lot of games run on a lower resolution than they can to save battery life or they're poorly optimized or whatever. What this does is it allows you to override all that. Sounds great. The way to install it, though, was through this app called VR Android File Manager, which was made by the same person. It came out like around last month, I think. And it made it super easy just to download Quest Games Optimizer on your headset without needing a PC. And now, Meta took it down. So that kind of sucks. I'm going to do a whole video later on Quest Games Optimizer and ways to install it and the pros and cons and the best ways to use it. So, I mean, stay tuned for that if you want a more in-depth tutorial, especially now that they took down VR Android File Manager, which was a terrific app. Now, a game that came out this week is Grit and Valor 1949. It's a tabletop diesel punk strategy game. And it's set, in World War II. It's like good guys, bad guys type of thing. Like, just blow up the fascists. And apparently it's pretty good. I mean, I'm seeing here Upload VR, which is my favorite, VR news site. They gave it a 4 stars. And for them, that's pretty good. I mean, for anyone, that's pretty good. So it looks like a fun game if you're in those tactical, alternate history type of things, is what it seems like to me. This is a game I'm super looking forward to, and it's called Reach. It's by InDreams, which if you're in the VR space, if you're interested in VR, you know that they are one of the most prominent and talented development teams out there. And Reach is their quote-unquote AAA sort of, it seems like a cinematic VR adventure, and it comes out in October 16th of this year. It looks amazing, I think. I don't want to get too hyped for this, but it's right there with Deadpool VR. These are like my two, all right, here we got some really good freaking games coming out in VR. And then we have, if you're interested in a VR MMORPG, but you don't really have the money to play it, Elysia, sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce it. Elysia, I don't know. It just went free to play on Quest and Steam. This is like the most, outside of Zenith, The Last City, this is like the most popular VR MMORPG, but Zenith, I think, kind of shut down or something. It kind of rebranded or something to like Zenith Nexus. I don't really know, but this is now free to play up to level 16, so if you really want to give it a shot, this is the best way to do it, I think. In our last bit of news, we have Quest version 78, which improved the pass-through camera API's image quality. I think that's the main thing, because if you're interested in sort of any kind of development, the pass-through camera API, which really helps with mixed reality development, I think. I'm not a developer, so don't quote me on this, but it seems like it was running at like a worse resolution, almost like a lower quality than the actual thing was capable of. So version 78 now fixes this. I mean, version 78. I mean, they update this thing all the time. So that's all the big VR gaming news in the past week that I could find. And if you wish I included something that I didn't, please put in the comments. I'll pin it. And if there's any things you'd like to see in the next week, any improvements, any types of style for the video, and anything I'd like to cover in the future, just let me know.